Companies that seek profit are often seen as immoral and harmful, even when they make massive contributions to society. Researcher Amit Bhattacharjee of Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University, discovered that people assume profits are the result of bad business practices and often overlook market mechanisms that stimulate companies to add value to society.
We had people evaluate 40 randomly selected firms from the Fortune 500 list. What we found from their evaluations was that they thought the most profitable companies were the ones that did the most harm to society. And in another study, we found that people think that adopting more harmful practices right now, so overcharging people, adopting lower product safety standards, harming the environment more, that this is a good way for firms to directly increase their long-term profitability. This is exactly the opposite of what we'd expect if we believe anything about economic theory. That in order to sustainably profit in the long run, you need to do better than your competitors. So why do people judge profit so harshly and think that it's inevitably going to lead to harmful outcomes for others? When we describe the same set of business practices and say that they were carried out by either a for-profit or a nonprofit organization, they think that the same practices will contribute less to society and do more harm just from the mere presence of a profit motive. In some sense, people realize that they have choices in the market, that there is competition, but they don't consider this information when they're making judgments of profit. If we remind them that consumers have choices, then they change their judgments. People don't think about how the presence of reputational information that people can share with each other changes the way that firms have to behave if they want to make profit. It may come naturally for people to think about profit as a reward, but it's also a source of information. If a firm creates something like a much-needed vaccine or a new green technology that people really value and therefore buy, then these profits are a signal to them that we should make more of these products. But our studies found that people overlook the existence of this mechanism. When we remind them, then they realize that profit has a role to play here and that maybe profit is not so bad. A firm that's focused on long-term value creation might earn a good reputation and also be seen as more moral by consumers. And it might even help convince them that profit-seeking firms can help consumers and society.